My time undercover has come to an end, and I was just getting used to being Pete. I actually like the mustache. The extra teeth, I could do without that. I'm going to surprise each person I worked with, but instead of asking them to come to my office, I'm going to go to the place where they work on campus and reveal to them that I'm not Pete, rather I'm the Chancellor of UC Riverside. Nate?
How you doing?
Christina?
Hello.
Do you know who I am?
I feel like I should. You look like Pete.
You look exactly like our Chancellor.
I am Tim White. I'm the Chancellor.
Looks very different.
Yeah.
Tricked me.
I'm the Chancellor. How are you?
So I'm not fired yet.
You're not fired yet, no.
Okay.
I'm usually not surprised. That's pretty good. Oh, man. Yes, sir.
Nate, when you interacted with the students, you've got leadership just written all over you. The difference in many things in life, including athletics, between great, national caliber, world class, and good is only about this.
Right.
And that's what's separating you from the top of your game. And so talk to some donors, and they're willing to donate money to send you to a great track and field coaching clinic somewhere you know which is the right one to go to. Pay for the airfare and the registration and the hotel to get in there and spend some time listening to the best of the best. Would that be helpful to you?
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
Yeah. And then with respect to this track, I've checked around a little bit, and we're going to take this thing out.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to tear down these condemned stands.
Yes.
To do this with the track is going to cost $2 million. We've set it aside out of our capital expense budget.
Wow, thank you so much. It absolutely will make a difference.
I think you and I will probably have a tear in our eye when we host a home meet.
I'd probably camp out overnight.
Wait for the tickets.
The student-athlete experience just got better today at UC Riverside. It's humbling. And as a chancellor, to notice what an assistant coach is doing, I'm honored, and I just say thank you.
Nostalgia. The fact that you've got a clear view of, having a dream, having a goal. I mean, I was so impressed with that. I tried to go back to when I was on the verge of turning 20, and I'm not sure I measure up. In fact, I know I don't measure up.
Thanks.
And I actually was paying attention to the things you were telling me, and somebody came up looking for the book, and there was only one and it was out. So I'm going to look into exactly how it's decided how many copies there are in reserve. That's one we're going to run down and fix. And that's because you helped me understand that. I didn't know that was a problem.
I'm glad I could help you. Some
Okay.
students will be happy too.
So I checked with the financial aid office. I was very concerned to learn that you're carrying something like $9,000 in loans right now.
For me personally, a degree is necessary to get into credentialing school in order to help children learn. So I see it as more as an investment.
I met a couple donors who are interested in paying off that $9,000 debt that you have.
That would be amazing.
It's done.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You've got a couple years to go to finish your first degree here.
Yes.
Would it be helpful if, again, because of the generosity of donors, I could give you a $5,000 a year scholarship for 2 years, another $10,000?
Yes, it would definitely help. It might even help to allow me to come stay back on campus, which would give me less of a commute.
That one's done as well. You have a $5,000 scholarship.
Makes me almost want to cry. It's amazing. A lot of things that people say about UCs is that they're so big, you're just a number. But the fact that my chancellor listens to my problems tells me that I'm not just a number. And to have my debt wiped away, to get a scholarship all in one day, that's a lot to process. It's really going to help make life a little bit easier.
Did you have fun in my class?
I had fun as Pete.
I think the students thought it was really amazing to have a camera crew in the lecture hall, but on the other hand, they might wonder, doesn't he have better things to do? I don't know if that raises or decreases your profile.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a dilemma. Could I have been doing other things? You bet. So, I may have some damage control on the backside. On the other hand, I've actually learned some amazing things. How do I have an honest conversation in a way that they don't see the tie and the suit coat and say Chancellor, but rather Pete?
You didn't have conversations grind to a halt when you showed up?
Right.
Yeah, I never have that happen.
Yeah, right. I must say, working with you is really a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I was so impressed, the respect that these students had for you. I was thinking about how to actually put in place something that honors you, but honors what you've committed your life to as a woman in science. And the donors had come together and wanted me to ask you if you would be willing to have the Catherine Larson Woman in Science Scholarship
Oh my goodness.
established for $10,000. This is being driven a bit by the donors who know about you and your work and know about the need for women in science.
I think that would be amazing. I'm very honored. It's not easy to surprise me, but you've done it. Supposedly at elementary school age, boys and girls have the same ratio of being interested in science. And there's still, unfortunately, a sociological pressure where once they hit puberty, you lose a lot of the women. You need more of these female role models out there. You don't believe you can do it unless you see someone like you doing it. It feels good to know that, that if I work here till midnight or something, that it means something. Of course, the key is to get my students graduated and papers and things out, but no, it means a lot. Yeah, it means a lot.
Christina, I could not have been more pleased to see how you portrayed the quality of this university. To be such a wonderful ambassador of this university and so focused on your studies and at the same time be struggling with that horrible, devastating accident and its consequences.
I mean, it's hard, but a smile on my face in front of all of my guests and anyone, that's what I continue to do. So.
You told me that you had just about $10,000 in loans at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I still have a couple more years to go.
And you carried so much, at home and with your studies and with your job. I'd like to offer you $10,000 to pay off the loan debt that you have today and start fresh.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
So another thing I'd like to do is give you a $10,000 scholarship so you don't have to take any more debt.
You just made my future a lot easier.
There's one more thing.
Oh, goodness.
So I'd like to give you another $10,000
Oh, my goodness.
so you can move closer to the university.
And gladly. Oh, my goodness. I feel this weight off my shoulder. I think that my dad is thankful for what you're doing. And not just myself. Once I go to that nursing home, visit my dad, and let him know.
Right.
He'll feel happy. You kind of just changed my life a little bit now. It's a lot, actually. My dad came to this country to work for his family, and so that's why I've always been a hard worker. And I know he, of course, would love to give me a hug and say how proud he is